Welcome to the Rabbit June Pilot channel. I'm here at the marina between Tail and Kubajak Bay in a very gloomy, dreary looking day. And I've just calibrated the Walkera T210 Mini.
Start record video. Video.
Start recording on the SD card. It was not asking for a calibration, but I've not calibrated it for so long. I just decided to calibrate it, and you would see that I'm here in a familiar area. I've flown in this area quite recently. I've flown the potentic atom and the potentic atom SE in this area, doing a comparison video test. And I've also flown the potentic atom SE from the opposite area over the Strand townhouse development. And I've just flown the DJI Mini 3 in the tail area further down. And I have two full batteries, well, probably 90% charged. And what harm can it do to fly around the canal here and take some videos and photos? Last time I flew in this area, after completing the tests of the camera, both potentic and potentic atom and potentic SE, I then flew over the Waimara villas, and I actually forgot one of my landing pads. When I came back, it was nowhere to be seen. So I am just about 50 feet. Let me go up. Well, this is in meters, so yeah, I'm fairly high. 74 meters. Times that by 3. Yeah, I'm fairly high. So I'm just going to fly up the canal here. Have a look around. So on the left is the Strand townhouse development. I will look at that on another day. I'm just kind of flying the same general direction that I flew the potentic atom and the potentic SE. It's not a comparison video because the conditions are vastly different. While there is less wind today than it was when I flew the potentic drones, I flew those drones in a very bright and sunny day. It's very dark and gloomy here. It was raining earlier. You could see a lot of puddles of water settle up on the marina here. It's always a pleasure flying this drone, the Walkera T210 Mini. I'm still on the fence as to whether I should get the upgraded T210 Mini SE. I saw a few reviews on Amazon and there were complaints that buyers were having issues with that drone. Reminds me of when this drone, the the 210 Mini, it was released that there were some issues, some bugs to be worked out, and Walkera in due course issued some firmware updates that took care of those issues. So I hope that they would do the same as a plane overhead, but it's way up. So I hope they would do the same for the SE. And I think that may turn out to be a good drone also. Like its older brother. I'm just trying to look down in the canal here. And this gimbal is rather smooth, no issues at all. It's not jerky. And so you're gentle on the gimbal wheel. Seems here some guys on the opposite side shouting. Anyway, I'm well away from anyone. I don't think that they're trying to get my attention. Don't think they're even aware that I'm here flying. So let me just look down into the... Okay, and yes, the gimbal is very smooth. Very smooth. So let me just push up the canal. I'm like 500 meters, just over 500 meters. So over 1,500 feet. This is not a range test. It's not a test of the camera. It's just a flyabout. As I said before, I have 2 batteries that is well charged. I'm sure over 90%. Because I charged them a couple of days. And I just want to fly around the canal here. So it looks like I'm coming up to the end of the canal, and if I crossed over, I'll be going over into the canal in Discovery Bay, and it seems that I have lost FPV feed at 637 meters. Let me just get up a little higher. Still have connection to the controller, but I've lost FPV feed. So let me turn around and head back to the home point and hope that at some stage we will be reconnected. 83 meters up. And I've regained FPV feed at 563 meters. And over on that side of the construction at the Strand development. I don't want to be on that side. I'm not interested in that development today. So let me just come back down the canal. Not a lot of activities today on the canal. I saw some jet skis all at the mouth of the canal, but they went way out. So I have another FPV blackout here. But I'm coming back. I have 26 satellites, 62% battery, been recording in the SD card for 8 minutes and 45 seconds. I've regained FPV feed. So this Walkera, in my view, remains a very decent 4K mini drone. Performs well, no issues. A few weeks ago, Walkera just rolled out a long overdue firmware update. And while the drone continued to perform as it did previously, the only difference that I noticed with the update is that it reduced the speed from 20 meters per second to 15 meters per second. So at one time, this was reputed as the fastest mini drone in the market. It has lost its crown with the firmware update. And the new upgraded Walkera T210 Mini SE, according to the specs, has a speed of up to 18 meters per second. So probably Walkera didn't want the older version of this, the older version, to be faster than the new drone. I don't know. But yeah, this drone continues to perform well. And I believe that Walkera could only go in a positive direction from here on, having produced such a impressive Wi-Fi 4K beginner drone. And I did do a calibration before I took off because I've not done it for a long time. The drone have never asked for calibration. And there is this conventional wisdom that when you are flying a Wi-Fi drone, at least you should calibrate every time you're going to fly, at least if you're going to fly some distance from where you flew on the previous occasion. But this drone has never asked me for calibration after I did the very first calibration on my first flight. But just for good measure, I did a calibration. And one of the other reasons, I think the main reason why I did this calibration is the last time I flew this drone, I did a return to home, and I thought that it was a little bit off from the home point. Some probably 6 to 8 feet. And I thought to myself, wow, this was quite a distance, given how this drone normally performs. And so I decided to calibrate it on this occasion. So I have 49% on the battery, and I'm less than 100 feet from the home point. So let me just do a return to home anyway and see where it would land. And bear in mind that
return to launch flight mode.
Says it's a return to the launch point, return to launch instead of return to home. But I just want to see where it's going to land. And it's already turned around. It's coming down. Let me see how close it's going to be to the launch point, but to Walkera. Very steady. It's coming down. and it's
Voice of
very
flight mode.
close. I was trying to cancel that
Stop record
return to
video.
home, but it came down and it landed very close, probably about 2 feet from the landing pad. I think that's very acceptable. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.